You're watching the Players Network.
We're members of the Gypsy Queens. I'm Kat Nips.
I'm Monroe Valentino.
And I'm Brandy M.
And you gotta watch the Players Network.
Are you guys ready for this competition? Miss it?
I am here to enter Miss Ink contest.
And I'm here to support her.
Beautiful cat! That's got love.
I work for Vince Neil Inc. on the Strip inside of O'Shea's Casino, across from Caesar's Palace, and we deal with clientele that just, they're tourists. They want to get a tattoo that really just, they remember Vegas for. I'd have to say that I like the tattoo on her because I started working on it myself, so I definitely I'd have to say that I really like her flowers and everything like that because I've actually added on to what another artist has done.
Yep. And she did my foot, my arm.
So you did Chris?
No,
she's from here down.
Below. I added on to what another artist did, and I try and flow with like muscle tone and things of the body. Her arms, her muscle tone goes a certain way, and you kind of work with that. You have to work with the body to really make it flow.
I just love all of her artwork. I admire her as an artist, as a friend. I think she's great at what she does, and not being biased because she's a good friend of mine, but I think she's really good at what she does. She has a huge following coming from all across the United States and countries, actually. She just had one that came, and she was on Inked, so she just had one came over and tracked her down. So I just admire who she is, how she is as a person, and her artistry. She's great.
That's why I became a tattoo artist, because I can help people express their life and what they've gone through and tragedies and like things like having kids, anything that's beautiful, anything that has meaning to them. And a lot of people don't get stuff that has meaning to them, but you know, that's their thing. You know, if they like it, they get it.
My first tattoo was on my right leg, my lower right ankle. So when I was 18 years old, my first vacation away from parents, so went ahead and get that done. And then it's been ever since.
My 18th birthday, I scheduled the actual tattoo appointment 2 weeks before my birthday, and it's a tattoo that I got on the back, on the mid-back. I drew it when I was in high school. My friend Jeremy Ailes was in the Marines, and he was actually killed in Iraq, and that's what the sleeve is for. It's again unfinished, but he was killed in Iraq, so it was kind of like a memorial.
I've actually started exploring a little bit more on the tattoos and getting a little bit more within the last year. I married the love of my life, and he accepts me for who I am, and that's who I am. And so I started my sleeve, and that's where the Chris came from. And the Asian art, he likes Asian art, so that's where I got the Asian flowers. And she is continuing on, and we're gonna just keep going. I trust her judgment. I tell her what I like, she tells me if it's gonna, I mean, we bicker back and forth, we are friends.
That's why I'm laughing.
But the last time I was in, I had an idea, she had an idea, we kept going back and forth, kind of head-butting a little bit, but I trust her as an artist and to tell me exactly how it's gonna look, and I trust her. But that's another thing is, you know, you go get your hair done and stuff, and it'll grow back. It'll, you know, you can switch the color if it's wrong. Once you get tattooed, it's permanent. So it takes a lot of time to be able to trust somebody like that. And I was able to see her art previously to, before we became friends, and seeing what kind of work she did. I'm just gonna root her on. Root her on. I'm gonna be
Ridiculous.
I'm her biggest fan, so I'm gonna be yelling in the background. My husband and I are our other friends, so.
And the beautiful cat.
This has been a presentation of Players Network.